So everybody knows that Mother's Day is right upon us. So question we got here is: should a father give his child's mother a Mother's Day gift if she's not, or excuse me, if she's in another relationship? Even if the romantic ties are gone, she's still the mother of his child, and that role doesn't fade. But does acknowledging her with a gift feel confusing, or unnecessary when another man or woman is now in the picture? What's the line between co-parenting and crossing boundaries? Shawon, what you got?
Holy smokes. Let me tell you something, brother. The way you deliver these questions, expertise, brother. You 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 doing it. You doing it. You gotta really have a voice for it, and I think you got it, kid. You got spunk, man. You got spunk, kid. I like it. I like it. But yeah, so to get back to that, this was a really good topic that I'm very interested in. Only because I am a father in the position of this. Whereas I feel like it could very well be disrespectful. It could very well be boundary crossing. And that's like something you would do like beforehand. Like, hey, is it okay if I, give you a card, send you some flowers? It's just, showing some appreciation of, even though we're not together, you're still a mother and deserve a gift of Mother's Day. It's not a romantic tie. But I can also see it's like, hey man, like if you're in a relationship and they do that, especially without conversation, if there's no conversation about it, it's like, hey man, you crossing the line here, like what's going on here, yada yada yada. So like this topic, I can kind of see like both sides of the coin here. I'm more so on the side of if you communicate and you talk to, you got to talk to your partner anyway, regardless if you're together or not. Is your partner having like the child as your mission, right? So this is your partner for life, whether you're together or not. This is your partner because you're tied together by your child, who you both have to raise regardless. So if they're in another relationship, it's just I think it's just a simple conversation you can have to see it like, is it okay, or stuff like that.
Yeah. So what I got is, I would say, just to answer the question flatly, I would just say yes and no, right? Um, I would just say based on the intention and the communication behind it. So of course the intent of the gift. So if you're giving something that wouldn't come from a child, like jewelry or lingerie or like something like that, it's kind of, that's one of those situations where it'll be like a confusing type gift, because that's not coming from the child, even though she might like that, right? That's not coming from the child. A gift that will come from a child is what, a card or arts and crafts, maybe even a flower or something like that. That's where then things aren't really confusing, because it's not like, oh, I'm actually trying to give you a sentimental gift from me with our relationship, right? I'm giving you a gift from our child, right? That we put together, we did arts and crafts or whatever, right? As far as the communication aspect, exactly touching on what you said, having a communication with the person that she's with, and having communication with the person that you're with, right? Because at the end of the day, if neither one of them are okay with it, then you kind of gotta nix that. I think any reasonable person, any reasonable parent in that situation, understanding that the gift that you're giving within reason, being something from the child, like a colored paper or something like that, they would be okay with that, right? But you giving out uh, a long, lengthy note expressing how great of a mother they are to your child, I don't think that's really, I think that's kind of crossing boundaries. And then that's where the confusion comes, and that's where the respectful aspect and the unnecessary aspect kind of comes into play. It kind of blurs all those lines altogether. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe with everything, man, this topic is situational, man. I mean,
I knew
like
it was coming.
it,
I knew
this
it was
topic is
coming.
so. I mean, and like in one point, like if you have a good relationship with your child's mother or vice versa, like, and you guys already have that type of bond where you guys kind of like, then it's kind of like it's kind of acceptable. But if you don't have a good relationship and you guys kind of like only talk like through the child, and then you just up and just want to give a random gift, like it's like you don't ever give me nothing any other day. Like you want to give me something just because it's Mother's Day. So I feel like we've overhyped Mother's Day to where, the gift is always, is something that we feel like we should do. But if you don't give it now, it's like, okay, well, why didn't you? Like, or you don't care about them, about the mom that much. And it's like, if you care like about your child's mother, like you wouldn't wait for one day of the year to go give them a gift. Like, so if you don't already give them stuff like throughout, like as far as like nice gestures and stuff like that, then I feel like you shouldn't feel obligated to buy something on Mother's Day. But then that's what I'm saying. You also will come with that shame. It's like, okay, dang, you didn't even look out for, the child of your mother. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's kind of where I feel like it's like, and me being single, it's like I don't really have those issues. Like I just kind of look out for my mom and my sister.
Yeah.
But if I were in a relationship, and I did, have a kid, I wouldn't be expecting nothing necessarily like on Father's Day. Like, I mean, like I said, like I feel like us as in the internet and everybody, like we overhype this holiday. So where it's like either side, like if you don't give something, then it's like, okay, well, why didn't you? But then if you do, it's like, well, okay, well, what are you trying, you know what I mean? Like, you trying to get back together? Like, what do you know what I mean? So it's like I said, it's all situational, man, like with the type of relationship and the communication you have.
Yeah.
Bruh, put yourself in the shoe though. So like you not even a dad right now. You just a boyfriend to your girlfriend who has a kid. Now, the guy brings you, the father brings a card like Happy Mother's Day. She didn't tell you. Are you upset? Okay, cool. She brings in flowers from the father. She didn't tell you. Are you upset?
Flowers is like,
It's
Yeah,
levels to the
okay,
gift. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure,
It's
for sure,
levels to the gift.
yeah,
Like,
that was nice.
for
do
sure.
some like is it okay? Do some things need a conversation or do all things need a conversation?
No, that's the thing. Like some things would need a conversation because it just, like I said, it just depends on what the level of the gift is. Something coming from a child is one thing, but like if you know that she likes, I don't know, let's just say Cheesecake Factory or something like that. Yeah, a child you could give that to your kid to give to the mom or whatever like that. But now you're kind of borderline like, this isn't really from the child. It's a Mother's Day gift. So these are children. And I'm just speaking on young children because we have young children. You know what I'm saying? These are young children who don't have jobs, right? So what's something that's like cheap and nice that they can have, again, because you're trying not to step on anybody's toes. At the end of the day, I don't want I don't want, like for instance, the mother of my oldest, right? We're never on good terms ever, right? To the point where she doesn't tell me happy birthday, she doesn't tell me happy Father's Day, and vice versa, right? That's just something we go with. But even if I were to do something for her, right, it wouldn't be anything that I know she likes. I would be like, hey, my daughter, she's 9, take her to the store. What do you want to get for your mom? Right? You can get her whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? What do you want to get her? And then she picks. Now that's different because
Hmm.
my kids are crazy. They'll buy like a bag of popcorn and some socks and be like, "Hey, mom, this is for you," and that's
Right,
fine. You know what I'm saying? If that's what they want to get them, and
right.
that makes sense because now it came from the child, right?
Hmm.
But you getting the child something, especially because you deal with people who have newborns or 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year olds who can't communicate that, can't understand that. Like, hey baby, let's do something with your hands, or we do like hand paint on
Hmm.
something, you know what I'm saying, something like that, a craft, because the mom is going to they're going to they're going to admire that way more than you buying them anything anyway. like
Right, for
like you
sure.
said, it just depends on the gift.
Hmm.
So
Me
I think you
personally,
coming from a point where it's just like if it's coming from the child initially, but as long as it comes from the child, it's okay.
for sure, because the child's not going to buy expensive jewelry or like something that's like crazy, you know what I'm saying, like.
Hmm.
Right. So you're more so like, all right, kid, let's get something for you. Like, do you want to get something for your mom? It's never you as the father, like, yo, I should get her something because it's Mother's Day. Like, it don't got nothing to do with the child. Do you think that's crossing the line?
I feel like it just depends on what kind of relationship, and then that goes into communication portion, right? It goes with what kind of relationship you have with a mother, right? If you have because I tell Teresa all the time, I'm like, if we go our separate ways, I'm still going to get you something, right? But if it crosses a boundary with your new person, I wouldn't get you anything, right? But again, that's just the communication portion because she could be cool with it, you could be cool with it, but then her new man is like, nah, I don't care what's coming in this house. If it's coming from him, I don't want to see it. And at the end of the day, if they have a real relationship and she respects that, you have no choice but to respect that. You know what I'm saying? But he's not going to, again, a reasonable person, he's not going to deny a gift from the child, but it has to be a gift from the child, right?
Right.
What you got? Is there something? I feel like has anything like that happened with you?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Just asking.
I usually don't come with conversations like,
Okay.
I know like last year, I don't think I had to deal with that last year. This is something I probably would have to deal with this year, but it'll probably just, for me, it'll probably just be a card, Happy Mother's Day, a little bit of cheese in there. Not like $10, $15. You know, go get a sandwich. So,
Go get you a little
but like
something.
nothing crazy. Like I wouldn't go as far as like, yo, let me get this girl some flowers and stuff. Like, all right,
Yeah.
be respectful.
Yeah.
Be respectful, young man. I think a card, Happy Mother's Day. I wouldn't even sign it. Ain't no like Happy Mother's Day. You know where it came. I handed it to you.
Yeah, I handed it to you.
You know where it came. Happy Mother's
I'm like,
Day.
we
Yo.
gonna get a card, you wanna sign whatever. Yeah, yeah.
Throw
No,
some.
I get it.
I'd probably write Happy Mother's Day and her name, and that's it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
feel
yeah.
me? Like
Yeah.
put like some money in it, get some, you know what I mean? Like put it in the gas tank or something. I don't know.
Get a McDouble on me.
Right?
Put extra sauce on it.
Something
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not like nah, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Jones, if you
Yeah,
had a
yeah, yeah.
shorty, and that happened, how would you feel?
Like if what happened with the shorty?
Like, so if you had a shorty who had a child that wasn't yours, you know, because you don't have kids, and it was you in a position where your lady's coming in the crib with a gift from the father, how would you feel about it?
Yeah, like that's pretty much like what I was saying with Devonte is like it's all situational. Like if it's flowers, and it's like all right, like dang, like because those are your favorite flowers. Like he obviously know your favorite flowers. Like
Right.
what's the intent behind the gift? Like, but if it's like a card, it's like all right, cool. Like just being thoughtful. Like so like I said, I feel like everything's like depending on the relationship with the child mother and the child's father, whatever, and then the intent behind the gift,
Yeah.
pretty much
'Cause at
says
the end of the
everything
day,
you need to say.
you're still getting to know her. He already knows her. So he know what she like, he know what kind of flowers she like, he know what she like to go.
No, for
Yeah,
real
man.
though. Yeah. No, for real though. That's real.
No, that's real. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
that's a
real.
real thing. Like
That's
you
real.
playing catch up, buddy.
Yeah.
I've been here.
Word. Facts.
So how would you guys feel if the roles were reversed, right, for Father's Day? Right? If you are now with your new person, right? And then the mother of your child wants to get you a gift for Father's Day. But you guys are okay with it, right? But you haven't talked to your new person about it.
I feel like with Father's Day, I feel like the amount of gifts given, Mother's Day is probably killing the Father's Day gifts. So I feel
Yeah,
like
Father's
most
Day,
people
you
for
can take a
Father's Day, you
vibe.
probably
Ain't nobody
you
slipping on
probably ain't getting nothing no way. So
that.
you probably half the time won't even have this conversation.
Right.
But like I said, it depends on what the gift is. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, everything's situational these days, man. Like,
Yeah.
if you get something and it's like a little card and it's cool. Like you may not have to, go to your shorty and be like, hey, this is what it is. But you may just because y'all have that communication. But if she send you like a $50 gift card to, the Hims package, it's like, all right, like
What we
like you
on?
know what I mean? Like what we
on?
doing? Like
$50 though.
I'm just
$50.
saying though, but like you know what I'm saying? Like
Hey,
it's
some
what
people,
what
hey, some
why are
people
you
do
getting me
stuff like
this
that.
gift? Like,
Yeah.
but
I
I feel
mean,
like
$50 though.
Hey, some people do that, man. And the thing
I'm
about it
just
is too,
saying.
you got people out there, real quick. You got people out there that like they live for drama. You know what I'm saying? They live for
this is true.
to push buttons.
Mhm.
So yeah, y'all might have been kikiing and ha-haing at first in the relationship, but now that y'all want y'all separate ways, they're like, yo, I don't have to ask nobody. Man, women, they don't care. They
Mhm.
don't care. They don't care. But
No,
yeah,
not at all. Nah, if the roles were reversed, yeah, I think it's the same thing, bro. Like you gotta. Well, I'm gonna give you 2 point of views. I'm gonna give you me last year and me this year. Me last year,
Okay.
I don't care. Let me get that. I need that. I don't care if it's a pair of
Yeah,
Jordans. You feel me? Let me get that. You feel what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
need that. I know I've been a great dad. Give me that. whatever it
Right, right,
is,
right.
earrings, neck, I'm wearing it. This is me.
Yeah.
But like me now, that's me like thinking even if I had a shorty, you know what I mean? Like yeah, let me get all that. I deserve that. You feel me? For my girl too. Give me all of that.
You double dipping. Yeah, yeah. I need
Yeah,
that.
you feel
And
me? That's me
yeah,
last
yeah.
year. Like, yo, let me get that. But
Yeah.
like me this year is like, nah, it's definitely levels to it. Like, nah, I really can't accept this. Like, you gave me some Jordans. Like, what's that about?
So what made
You
you
feel what I'm
change from
saying?
last year to this year like that? What made your
I
perspective
went to
change?
therapy.
Okay. Good, good. If you don't mind me asking, what do they say in therapy like that made you change that?
What did they say?
Well, yeah, like what was said? Like what did the
I'm
therapist
gonna give
say?
you. I'm
Like,
gonna just give you a little. It was. So what I told them when I walked in was, dang, how I put it without like giving too much. Well, it was a whole lot of like to start this joint. It was a whole lot of like self reflecting. You feel me? Like it was a whole lot of look at yourself first, and then you know what I mean. Like you just dive into that. So now when you diving into you even starting back when you were a kid, and then you going like, you know what I'm saying, you going back when you was a kid, and then you like looking at the patterns and stuff like that, and then you start realizing like this is what I do. Like you just start becoming aware of who you
yeah,
are. Like this is what I
yeah,
do. This is what I've been doing. This is what works. This is most of for me. It was like this is what I think is working, but actually
right.
none of this is working.
Yeah, yeah.
So stop, look, realize, adjust.
Stop, look,
So
realize, and adjust.
it
Okay.
was like,
Yeah, yeah.
yo, if you want like a lot of I thought because I could just like stop doing certain things that my life was gonna change. But it was like just because I stopped doing it doesn't mean I stopped thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah, for
Like
sure.
that was just a
Yeah.
mindset. It's like just because I'm not doing it, it's still like this is still my mindset. I'm just trying to like
Yeah.
put it under the rug for a second. Like I ain't trying to deal with it right now. I'm just trying to put it in the back burner.
No, that's real.
And
And that's
without
real
but
deep.
it was
Yeah. And I'm glad you shared that because a lot of people think that therapy means that there's something just wrong with them. And at the end of the day, we all need therapy, right? That's I've done been in and out of therapy, my guys.
Mhm.
So no, I definitely commend you for saying that because you are your own, you want to consult an expert, so you think you just gonna ask yourself, but you don't know what the heck is going on. You don't know what you're talking about, so you just running through life doing whatever you want to do. You need somebody to
Mhm.
step in and tell you, hey, you're wrong, and you gotta take accountability. And it's not even more so about being wrong, right? I don't even know why I said that. It's
yeah,
not
yeah,
about
yeah. I
being
was about to
wrong.
say, yo, hold on
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. It's not even about being wrong. Yeah, it's about, like you even said, having a different perspective on life in general, right? And just being able to reflect. And it's just we can go deep into therapy, but yeah, I'll just leave it there.